Might as well use the whole sheet.
Sure.
Or a whole half of our sheet.
Yeah. It might be like a little bit slower when the game starts because we're not sweeping to the same extent.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're not like trying to condition the ice as much.
Yeah.
We could, but like we're not going to.
All right. That's probably heavy in-game speed. In-game, that's probably back 8, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Line's good, guys. Line's good. It's good weight, Paul. 13.
13?
Yeah.
It's definitely slower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not Matsumara.
Yeah, let's do this. Line's good. A little room. Line's really nice. Line's really good. I think that even still got there, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul. Never mind. Hey, good game. Good game. Good game. Yeah, good game. Sweet.
Sideways pushy smashing.
All right. Let's have some fun, boys. Have some fun, eh?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Thanksgiving. Jordan Kiss here with you inside the Abbotsford Curling Club for the men's final of the Driving Force Cashspiel. It's Team Montgomery versus Team Matsumara. Team Montgomery will start off with the hammer here, as they were the higher seed. Matsumara throwing the red rocks. Leading us off will be Team Matsumara lead, Kosuke Aita. Matsumara from Japan. Went 2-2 in the round robin. Defeated Jim Cotter in a tiebreaker this morning. Defeated Dan Wenzik in a semifinal. Now in the final against Team Montgomery. And it's Team Montgomery without the Montgomery here, as Skip Jason is not playing with them, so filling in is Balcheka, who's throwing the second stones.
Hey, line's good.
William Duggan is throwing the lead rocks here.
Line's good. Looks pretty good. Take a look. It's dying, guys. Dying, duck. Let's go. Right here. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. We're here.
And Skipping this Team Montgomery team is Chris Bear. He's normally the third. He is mic'd up if you haven't noticed that. So forewarned, I can't control what he says out there. So if you hear something, it's all right. It happens. We're all human. But the corner guard was thrown by William. Matsumara just going to play short of the house here in front of their own. So we'll come to rest just short.
Freeze, just top 4.
Only loss to for Team Montgomery here this week was the Team Giel in the round robin. Well, they did beat Sean in the semifinal, 9-6.
Hey, line's good. Line's really good. Close. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. Hurry. Hard, guys. Hard.
Well, this one for line to get it by.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Pump it in. Pump it in. It's good.
And they will tap up the red one there. Not too bad. Let's see. Team Matsumara second. Yasumasa Tanida. Hopefully I said that right. So we're going to play a another guard here. This Matsumara team is coached by Bob Ursel. And they did compete at the World Championships last year, finishing 4th. They lost to Switzerland and
Just like the straight peel on the 2 reds.
in the bronze medal game.
How much of that? It's almost half. Yeah, thick half.
So Paul checking now. They're going to try for the double peel.
Yep. Yes. Hurry. Hurry.
They get one, they get 2, and both reds will go out. Great shot there from Paul. And Team Matsumara, a very aggressive team from what I've seen. The first time I've had a chance to really pay close attention, but from what I've seen, just looking over the sheets this weekend, love the rocks in play. So trying to corner this yellow one off a little bit too. Trying to block 2 shots with 1. And it will come to rest on the center line, so you can run your own here if you're Team Montgomery, or you could peel the red one off.
Normal.
It looks like they're going to run their own in here.
Or do you like the straight run?
Or not.
Yeah, that's fine. On the same turn. Yeah.
So
On the
they're
nose.
going to run the red one in here. So right on the nose, both reds will go, and they'll have 2 guards up front.
Yellow? Yeah. Sure.
And Paul asking now,
Okay.
let's play the yellow instead. So no wrong call here. Just they don't really want to leave a center guard up there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Close. Will. Hard Will.
I need to make this one curl here. And you'll run it over the top.
That's probably the wrong one.
I like the red, like over the top.
So after that, they're kind of second guessing their decision as Chris Tucks was hit his third Miles.
Still early to think about that. Having a tight split.
So Chris and Miles bumping up a position because Jason isn't here. Miles the normal second, Chris the normal third. We're on to third rocks here, Tetsuro Shimizu. Just looking to play top 8 here. Try to bury a little bit. For Matsumara, it's their third game today. Team Bear, it's their second.
Yeah, if you hit it there, it's probably best, right? What turn you like?
Does the middle one go anywhere if we do that?
No, middle one's not going anywhere.
Okay. Well, straight back, probably constantly open at least, right?
Probably not. No, they're this close together.
Yeah. I mean, if we go straight back, it'll probably go to here.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, just nose?
Yeah.
Which turn you like?
So they're gonna run this red guard in. Miles Craig now.
Whoa. Will.
So they'll just get the top off here, and that's what will happen. So it looks like they'll probably throw one more guard. So this Matsumara team currently at the Hokkaido Curling Club in Sapporo, Japan. As they are going to play in front of it. For Matsumara, it's their second event here. They've played the event in Japan in early August where they finished 4th. You know, last year on the tour,
Close.
4 wins, including this event now. They are the defending champions here.
Oh, no.
As they'll straight jam it, leave the center, but both reds will spill to the wing. One will just hang on.
Good shot, Miles, that guy.
So this Matsumara team won the Oakville Fall Classic last year. This event, they won the Pacific Asia Curling Championships last year, as well another event in Sapporo.
Dead straight, eh? So aim at center of the rock. Oh, it actually curled a little bit. Curled about an inch. Yeah.
Sliver less though.
Yeah. Sliver less, they want to go?
At the top one. We hit it very slightly on this angle. We hit it just like less than the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yuta Matsumara.
Although that was the one I need to curl a little bit more.
So going to play around the center guard here. And they will come up short, but they are sitting 3 without the last rock here.
Get 2 chance. Like if he does stick the run back, at least you know draw away for your last.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So we're going to play in the draw and kind of top 4 here.
Well, it makes it pretty short. Oh, but then it's longer.
It's an easier draw for you.
Yeah.
If you're going like right,
You know, they're going to play the draw here. Look at what Miles said. They played the draw.
Yeah. Just try and get
You know, your team Matsumara is going to play the run back, so you're pretty much practicing your draw weight because you'll. So if you draw here, Matsumara plays the run back, you're going to have a draw to the 4-foot on your last one, so might as well get the feel for weight now. Miles thinking ahead here. That's good thinking. Lots of experience on this Montgomery team.
Yeah, well, on that side, it's definitely I think we're still sloped off 4 like last sheet was.
Montgomery team currently out of Victoria.
Yeah, same, exact same. Should be close. The line's good. Line's good. Don't kill it. Wow.
And that will slide all the way to the back, the 12. So that's a third shot now, as you can hear there. Chris maybe seemed a little confused of that.
Now, eh?
Yeah, I like that's what.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just figure the ice would be up to speed. Ice has been running pretty good here, 14.5 to 15 hog to hog for a draw. Kent Bird has done a great job this weekend. But a chance for Team Matsumara to sit kind of top button here is where you would want it behind the guard. You're going to force Chris to draw to the side of the button for his single here in 1.
He's back 12 weight. No, I think it's going to be pretty close to some sheet 4. Maybe not. No, the slope on it. Yeah.
The last rock for Team Matsumara here in 1. Trying to get it to the 4 foot here. He'll come like in the middle of the 8 foot, but a
What do we have? We had there, right?
draw for the 1 here for Team Montgomery.
I feel like we had a little more than that.
There? Yeah, that's about right. So, we take there. Almost still the same weight.
So needs a pretty close to the 4 foot here.
That's where they were throwing their draws going down. So, I think it's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty close to the same weight as I just had. I'm gonna throw less, a little bit less. I think it's going to be the same draw weight as the last one.
So last rock here in 1. It's a draw against 3.
Line's good. Yep. Hurry. Hard. Hard.
Really got to get there for
Hurry,
weight.
you guys.
Starting to
Hard,
move on them.
Hard. Hard. Go, 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 go. Roll it, roll it, roll it.
Try to get a roll, and looks
Nice
like
job,
they
guys.
will get shot rock out of it. Great sweeping by the front end, and it's a score of 1 for Team Montgomery here in the men's final of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Jordan Kiss with you inside the Abbotsford Curling Club. Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel men's final. Part of the BC Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. And there is another final going on. It is a women's final. It's Team Richards versus Team Brown over on sheet 5. We'll give you updates on that game as they become available, and Score of 1 for Team Richards in the first end,
looks
so
a
they
little
hold
hot.
the early 1-0 lead.
Settle. Settle, yeah. 14-3.
See a 14-3 there, and that's going to slide all the way back to the 8-foot.
There was any way we were.
At the hog line, I didn't think it was going to get there.
Yeah, but I mean, like line-wise, like
Line-wise,
I
yeah.
thought we were hitting like half of the red.
Yeah, which is like sort of what we've been talking about as far as it
Yeah.
a little bit this way.
So he's playing the corner guard here for Team Matsumara.
It's also it is my straighter turn, but I think it's that side.
Try and get over the hog line here, and they will.
It's tight.
So it's asked for a tight center guard now. Try to bring play towards the middle. So you're going to see Team Matsumara play a hit and roll.
Line's good. Little tight line. Paul, you can hit it a bit. Yeah, go. Okay.
We're going to come
Miles, just
just
wanna stay down here.
across center line. It does the job.
Oh, yeah.
So for Matsumara here. Just looking to go around their corner guard. And it's going to slide a little deep here and kind of the back 8-foot. Looks like it is still Team Montgomery sitting shot stone. So they're going to play a tap here. Yes. Chris returns and will send Miles back to the house to sweep.
Ready, just back line?
So I'm just going to back line here and tap this red one out.
Line's close. Yep, Miles is in. Okay, line's good if it's not heavy.
So, of course, you
Okay,
hear
Miles,
it's
go on it.
not heavy right now. Just need to make
Hard,
a
Miles.
curl. That's why Miles
Hard.
is sweeping the rock.
Go! Hurry! Hard! Yep.
So they will hit it. It won't go out. But they are sitting 2. So Team Matsumara could play the come around draw again. It looks like they will. You know, those rocks at the behind the tee line at the back 8-foot aren't really a threat to you right now. They're not in great scoring position. So use your corner guard.
See any of it? See most of it, eh? There? Well, I like a little bit more weight. I like to get it out. Like what can you see? There? Like, can you nose it and make a double? With hack? Hack? Yeah. Okay.
So they're going to throw a hack weight at this one. Hit the
Yeah,
nose,
that's
a
good
little
too.
hack weight double.
Well, Miles. Miles. Hard Miles.
On it to make it curl.
Clean. Clean. Close. Close. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So they'll hit and they'll roll in and
Nice shot.
sit there on the back of the button.
That's good weight there, Paul.
So sitting 3 here without the hammer. So we're almost halfway through this second end.
Perfect. Save some energy.
And Team Matsumara are going to try to go back behind their corner guard, get this one off the button. Now it's probably going to jam on the back yellow one if they do that. So looks like that is going to be the call here. So some soft weight, then he hacked a board, hit and roll behind the corner. They will hit and they will roll and jam as expected, but it's a nice roll there from Team Matsumara.
We're sitting 2. Come here.
So Miles, Craig, they are sitting 2, so they're going to come around the center guard.
Even if we're hair hanging out this side's better than over curling, right? Hey, just bite top 4. It's going to be right up.
Miles Craig, runner-up at the BC Men's Championship last year, playing with Jason Montgomery and William Duggan, as long as Cameron DeJong part of that team. Loser to Jim Cotter in the final.
Yeah, it looks really hot. Whoa, easy, Will. It's like
No, they're saying it's heavy here.
freeze on this one. Looks like it's starting to slow down. Where is it? Is it here? Is it? Okay. Okay.
And Will sit at the top of the button. So it looks like Team Matsumara can see about part of this rock over here. So they can play the hit and roll. Now you can see most of this rock here on the button, so not too difficult of a shot. Been on and out of his hand here. They will just get by the yellow guard. Looks like they're going to come to nose here, and that's what will happen. So they'll bump one of the yellow ones out to the back of the 12.
Well, you can hit it. We can just do this. Just hack. Yep.
Look, it is going to be a hit and roll over. Yeah, and then they can see, you know, at least half of it. You know, it is a pretty high guard, and ice is curling, so you have lots of room to get around it. Miles Craig will get set in the hack here.
Close. Whoa. Oh, buds. Yeah, line. Yeah, line. Hard line.
Throwing it now for line.
Whoa, whoa.
Lots of room behind the guard. So nice finish there. Now where will it sit? It'll
Good
just.
shot, Miles. Beauty.
That's a nice shot by Miles Craig. So looks like he is out counting the red one.
Yeah.
Is it solid?
No.
Probably mine.
I think, yeah, that's your regular.
Team Matsumara, or Matsumara,
rolled
excuse
like
me.
6 inches.
You can corner freeze. Maybe looks like they're seeing if they can maybe hit it a little bit. You can hit it thin and
Like,
kind of roll into the pocket of yellows there. You just throw like a heavy draw.
would have been nice if you had to like hit it, I guess.
Do you know to move that yellow one farther? Miles just threw to
Freeze is really awkward. Like,
push it back a little bit and
freeze
just
it because it's
have the
open,
red
you
out
go
count
and
it.
close kill everything. Like if we were 6 inches this way,
Right.
you can't really freeze the yellow like on the
No.
corner
Yeah.
where he's shot.
You could corner freeze it as well. Could even come to the back ones here.
I do feel better that it's 4 up.
Me too, yeah. When it's off, it was like perfect. Yeah, we got burned earlier with those little biters.
Yep. I don't see any call other than some drawing somewhere into this fucking harbor corner of the house. I mean,
The rock's not going anywhere.
there's a little bit of where exactly. Like
So still debating what they want to do here for Team Matsumara.
I think you got to freeze to the one you just threw.
I like the corner freeze here in this situation. Looks like they're going to play some sort of back line weight shot
Double, like
on these two.
around the horn if I need to.
I think the call here is just to go back line here and just sit and roll on top of this one, almost like a like a hit and roll and freeze on top.
Crotch 'em.
So it's going to be by the red one first and then just squeeze by the red. It's going to hit the one to the left first. But we'll roll on top of the other one. So sitting shot right now, it is Team Matsumara. It's a pretty good result for him.
I don't know.
I guess he just hammered on the nose.
Just knows it. Knows it. He freezes.
Probably losing both of these.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
Safe-ish.
And you could
Is this
draw
the-
behind the center for Team Bear.
Like,
Good
it takes
freeze
him
on
a
it.
little bit. Or we can roll behind the center, as Paul says.
Well, it's very difficult to freeze with those two guards up there.
There's just, like, which way do we want to go, though? This way, probably? Okay. Normal? Is that going to just straight jam there? Is there a chance of getting them both? If I throw more weight?
Looks close to sticking right on it now. So he threw decent weight, hit
Through firm?
2 inches low.
Okay, I'll just throw firm, not this.
Yeah,
Straight there.
firm, hit roll.
Go firm, hit and roll under. Might get a couple of the red ones. Might get a couple of the red ones there. So, we'll see.
So it looks like they are going to play a hit here on the red one, try to roll over. So first of the skip rocks here in 2. So I'll get the 1 and sit at the back 4-foot. It looks like they are sitting 2 for Team Montgomery.
Just dead jammed on it, eh?
For Team Matsumara.
Yeah, just dead jam. That's all right.
You can't play the straight freeze. When you do that, you're probably going to be forced to your single. You can't play to the wing here.
See the wickets.
I think you have to try to go like maybe top button here, partially buried. Or you can try a really thin double. If you can, you'll sit 3. Maybe discussing just hit and roll a little bit onto the right here just to sit behind the yellow guard. But
They nosed it.
you know Team Montgomery's going to freeze on it.
Or it was fully, or 3/4 buried, and they nosed it.
The one that I
No,
hit?
them.
Yeah, no, but the one that I hit and rolled there was like, I think it was like 3/4.
Maybe tap it back here just
did?
so it's a
No, it was.
maybe 4th shot.
What did I do?
Yours was only like a 1/3 open, I think.
Oh, that one.
Just, you know, punch it.
was
Just,
third open.
just needs to get to so it's biting the back of the 12-foot. That's what they're going to do here, I think.
Yeah,
And then maybe Team Montgomery will
I
set up a
understood, like,
double
a draw there. They can
on their
start
last for
burying.
Team Matsumara.
The guard is like, you maybe could have
So just a little tap here
not tappable. Like if you're,
for you to
right,
Matsumara.
if you're 3 inches from the 4-foot, it's probably fine. They probably can't tap it out, right? But if you're half in the 4-foot, they definitely can.
And over on sheet 5, Corinne Brown with a 3-ender in the second end to take a 3-1 lead over Team Richards in the women's final.
Looks like
A little bit.
back line.
Yeah.
I think they're saying back.
And you will hit it and you will tap it. And Team Matsumara is sitting 1.
This? Yeah. Yeah, just like that. Hack. Good hack, yeah.
But for Team Montgomery here, still, you can hit it. Just needs to hit and stick there. There will be no shot for 2.
Hack weight. Just hit them
Nice
all
in
over.
here, Chris. There, just hack weight. It's the men's final of the Driving Force Abbotsford
Same
Cashspiel.
shot Miles had, so.
Yep.
Jordan Kiss with you inside the Abbotsford Curling Club.
Close. Will.
A little wide, trying to make a curl here.
Clean.
Looking very nice as it comes by the yellow guard.
Hurry.
Oh. Keeping it straight and nice shot there by Chris. I don't think there might be a double here for Team Matsumara. I think Chris realizes that.
Did. Oh no.
So it could be a double for 3 here. I think it's most likely it's going to hit the underside of the yellow one here on the left and maybe punch this red one back a little bit. It could hit it straight on its side too. It's a big shot here for Team Matsumara in the second end with the hammer, last rock. It's a double for 3.
It's pretty easy, right? It's pretty easy.
It's close. It's going to be close. The one will bring it over, and they will score the 3 here. Great shot by Yuta Matsumara to take a 3-1 lead here in the men's final of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel. Back with third and action right after this.
Nice shot.
Jordan Kiss with you inside the Abbotsford Curling Club men's final here in Abbotsford. Driving Force Cashspiel, part of the BC Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance. For Curl BC members can benefit from a discount on car, home, condo, and tenant insurance, on top of any other savings, discounts, and benefits you are already eligible for. So do call Bel Air Direct, and when you do call them, let them know you're a Curl BC member, and you'll receive an exclusive premium that only Curl BC members can get. Trust me on this one, you're going to save a ton of money with Bel Air Direct. So if you're looking for new insurance, rates are going up with ICBC. Bel Air Direct is the place to look into. I'd also like to thank Via Sport and the government of BC who are supporting all events on the BC Curling Tours this year through Hosting BC. I'd like to thank them for making this stream possible, and thank you for tuning in here on this Thanksgiving Sunday. Hopefully you're having a great long weekend. Hopefully you're watching this with your entire family. No better way. Eat your Thanksgiving dinner while watching some curling here. Some of the best curling BC has to offer.
Looks okay.
Jordan Kiss with you for this one.
Settle.
As Team Montgomery here throwing the corner guard. And
Shot.
that's what the rock will be. As Team Matsumara put their first one right on the button. So they're going to guard it short of the rings, top 12. Close guy Aita now. It's normally the 5th for this Matsumara team. But he's playing with them this weekend.
Out.
So that rock is not in. So you can't hit it. Of course, 5 rock rule is in effect here. So Chris is going to ask Will here just for the freeze.
Line's tight. Yep. Hey, where are we? Where are we? Yep.
Tell it's pretty tight right now. It looks
Yep.
like it's going to be all over the red guard.
Yep.
Trying to bounce it off at least. And you're going to just off no, so slightly staggered. So but an opportunity here for Team Matsumara to come around and sit on top. Of course, over in Maple Ridge right now. The second stop on the BC Junior Tour taking place this weekend. Their playoffs will be tomorrow. We did mention in the earlier broadcast that we would be streaming the finals tomorrow for Maple Ridge, but there's kind of been a decision between draws here in Abbotsford that won't be happening. Just in case you're looking forward to that. But we will be streaming next weekend. Juniors as well will be back at the Vernon Curling Club for the Rick Cotter Memorial Spiel. So that will kick off Friday night. And we'll have every draw for you from the Vernon Curling Club once more. Was there last week, loved it. Excited to go back again. Dave
It's like doing
Merkleiner and
something
Jim
there,
Carter
just
are
bumping this back.
ready to host another great event. Played in that Rick Carter 2 a couple times myself. Always one of my favorite events.
Well, like the 2's gonna stick around across the face. 2 staying there. Yeah, let's do that. You might peel.
Okay, sure.
You might be able to get all the. You probably get all the reds going here.
So I was trying to move some stuff around here up front.
2/3.
You can get all 3 of these guards gone, but I don't know if the one in the house will be removed or not.
Yep.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
This shot from Paul.
Hurry!
Couple contact, they'll get 2. Makes things a little better, but does leave the center guard. So Team Matsumara can come around once more. Put it right on top of their own will be great. Right on the wheels there of driving force. You see Masa Tanida. This one will come to the top of the 8 foot, so sitting 2 right now without the hammer. But a chance for Team Montgomery here to remove all of them.
Yeah, hit it. Hit it in the same spot. 3/4.
Paul Cheka.
Oh, Miles. Hard, Miles. Hard, Miles.
Gonna be close. We get 1, 2, 3. And it will go. A great shot by Paul, removing all 3 redstones. Does leave a cluster of corner guards on the right side. Can be advantage, could also be a disadvantage for Team Montgomery here. But looking better as the 4 foot's cleared, and Team Matsumara is just going to come around those corner guards. Maybe even just peel them off. I don't think for Team Matsumara, if you could get in there, you can get behind those, you'd be set up quite nicely, because I think the only one that Team Montgomery can run in is this one here on the far right. The one in the middle is extremely difficult, depending where you draw it around. But they're going to just peel this off here. So we're now on 3rd rocks in the 3rd end. So all 3 will go, but they will leave theirs up there. It is going to be a corner guard Team Montgomery can use here. And Miles Craig, his first, and then number 3.
Line's good. Line's good. Okay.
So we're saying it's heavy.
Looks like it's coming down. No? Oh, no.
Might hang around in the back of the house here. We'll see if Yuta can sweep it out. And it will hang around, so it's in the house at least. Try to find the positives. So they're going to come to it here. It is buried, but again, lots of room between that rock and the guard. So you could play like a hack waiter at it if you wanted to, but they're just going to freeze to it. They go the aggressive route. They'll try to force Team Montgomery to a single here. That way you're up one with the hammer. And will count on the back of the 4-foot.
Just freeze.
So Team Montgomery going to like to play the freeze. And if you do hit and roll, like it's tough, but if you do it, you will leave Team Matsumara with another freeze as well on top of it.
Line's good, a little tight.
The two still very much in play
Line's
here for
good.
Team Montgomery.
Line's good. Take a look. Line's. Are we bumping? Hold on.
It's a little heavy. Brent needs to curl right now. And we'll make the freeze for Team Matsumara. So you can see that Yellow Rock is open.
Yep.
So they could try a hit and roll
There's a
behind.
third rock in a row down that spot.
Again, you could freeze.
Yeah. Should have swept the curl. I didn't either until the rock was entering the top 12.
I thought for sure I threw it last time. They said like, it's pretty good, and they were kind of like on it.
They were sweeping it. They were swept it for most of the day.
I like trying for Team Matsumara here.
And then like the line was like good, but it was
Just come in, just bump it back a little bit. Sit right here. It's on the side of the 4-foot. Looks like that's what the call is. And you do it, you sit two. You're going to force Chris to make a nice one on his first one if he wants to set up his deuce.
Tough shot. Trying to get the inside. Yeah, Miles. Yeah, Miles. Go, Miles.
So we'll over curl a little bit, and we'll leave the other one sitting shot stone. And advantage now for Team Montgomery. Great opportunity now to get two. So they're going to play side of the 4-foot here. Looking for top 4.
Just top 4-foot. Wait. It's pretty keen, yeah. Okay. We're just throwing behind the corner guard. Yeah.
So I'm going to draw around the corner guard here for Team Montgomery.
I want to bite the 4-foot. We don't really have to bury it. Easy. Easy. Get them all there.
So sweepers have kind of backed off of this one here.
Freeze on top. Freeze on top.
They will freeze on their own. They'll leave a corner now.
Didn't curl at all.
Straight spot there. Looks like there is a double here for Team Matsumara. Chance to force to one.
Yeah. Curls up, we get one.
So last look for Team Matsumara here. So they're going to throw a rocket down the center line and remove both these yellows. So this one's curling pretty close towards nose. Really get it out, and we'll get it out enough. So it'll be an open hit for one here for Team Montgomery. I don't see much else.
What?
Just Miles is looking at the really hard shot for three.
Just come off. It would come off more down this way, wouldn't it? Yeah.
No need to play
Just,
that now. That's way too difficult.
Control. Also
It's
control.
only the third end too.
Yeah.
Just hit it on the nose. Take your one here in three and move on. Just needs to stay in the 8 foot for his single point.
Control. Right on the nose, yeah.
Update over on sheet 5, women's final score 1 for Team Richards. In 3, they now trail Corinne Brown 3-2. So they get underway in the fourth end. So last rock here in 3.
Yep. Yep.
Saints a little down.
Wait. Will.
Oh, did they oversweep it here? Did they oversweep it? And they did, and it's going to be a steal of 3 for Team Matsumara here in the third end. They'll take a 6-1 lead. Just a straight spot out there that Team Montgomery didn't pick up on, and huge lead for Team Matsumara, now up 5 points, getting into the fourth end here in the men's final.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
And never got to the center line to go across, right? Yeah. Felt good on my hand.
Back here inside the Yabs for Curling Club. You heard there at the last conversation. Looks like they just got caught in a straight
Miles?
spot there along the center line. So for Team Matsumara, to put it in here up 5. Just put this one in the house here. just that tough. The 8-foot, and it'll be a corner guard here for Team Montgomery. I mean, an uphill battle for the rest of the game here. Down 5 against a very good Japanese team. Corner guard made by Will Duggan. Team Matsumara just gonna put a rock right on top of their own. So there'll be one more corner ass here of William.
Line's good. Get it even if you can. That's good. Nice sweep, guys. That's good.
And it's 2 good corners by William there, and Team Matsumara will just put one more in front of their own because they can't peel a 5-rock rule. It is the men's final of the driving force Abbotsford Cashspiel. Jordan Kiss with you here for the final. So we'll bump their own here, and now sitting 3 at the top of the house. You expect Chris Barron and Team Montgomery to maybe just try to move him a bit, and maybe a soft way hit and roll. So that's going to be the call here. So hit and roll here, and this one looks a little wide from Paul. And looks good now as it comes down. Trying to make it curl. Love to stick in the rings here. And they will. They'll push the red one behind the corner, which is not a bad spot for it. It's something you can use to freeze on later on. The team Matsumara going to play this extremely long double. They're going to go for it too, which is the nice thing. They're like, most teams will just play the single peel and maybe hope they get the double, but they're actually trying for it. So see what they can do here. And you'll just get the one.
And like stay frozen to it? So like just off nose on the right? Like forward weight or?
Team Montgomery, you can, freeze on top, just play a little tap. They're going to play hit and roll behind the corner guard here. At least separate them. Not a bad result. Hit and roll the other way. So they are sitting 2 counters right now, but they are 3rd and 5th. Still something you can use. So Team Matsumara here just going to play the open hit. And it will, and they'll hit and roll open here. But still sitting 2. Actually 3, not to be mistaken there. So we're on to the 3rd rocks here in the 4th end. So Team Montgomery could play a hit and roll on that top one. That's kind of difficult. So just going to bump this one back here on the left. Going to create some back in behind the corner guard. Use it to freeze. Oh, they are playing the hit and roll here. Did they wait too long on it? Looks pretty good. I'll keep the back red one in there just to use as backing if they need to later on. But a nice shot there by Miles. So the yellow one is perfectly buried. So they're going to run this corner guard in here and try to get a couple of these yellows out. I don't know if there's a triple. I think one of the rocks will jam all the reds. We'll have to wait and see. And we'll just get the 1 here. And then we'll take the red out on the right. So Matsumara sitting 1st and 3rd. Montgomery 2nd and 4th. So looks like just play a freeze to the middle here. Or to the back one too. I think what Chris is worried about playing a freeze to the top one, that Matsumara will have a double off the top one over here. Well, the draw behind is extremely difficult. But it is the best place for this rock. Or you could, split the rings, go way over here. They're going to draw to the back one. Miles Craig is the last 3rd stone here in end number 4. Paul working hard on this one. I get it by the 1 on the button. And he'll just tick it. Oh, way was great from Miles. Great effort there by Team Montgomery, but just overcurled a hair on them. So Team Matsumara now just play a hit. You can play a double. Risky double, because again, it could jam into these ones at the back. Now you hit the one, you're sitting first, second, and third. I think nose is a good spot here. Don't need to play the double. First, second, and third is already setting up pretty nice then. We'll see what Team Montgomery does after it, but we'll have to wait and see to what actually the shot is here. Could be a double, could again just hit and roll, hit on the nose. So we're on skip rocks here in the fourth end. And that's what they'll do here. So Team Montgomery, they could freeze on one of the back of the button. They could try play a double and hope Team Matsumara misses, and you have a hit for multiple points. But the way they're playing, I don't think that's going to happen. You can't rely on that if you're Team Montgomery. And I believe the freeze is going to be the call here. I do believe it is the only option right now. So freeze right on the button on the one of the back four. And depending on the angle, you'll probably see Team Matsumara just throw a peel weight at it and just get it out of there. Oh, well, if you do, depending, getting a little ahead of myself here, but might get some drag on this rock. Could take this one out. And then it could end up being a hit for 3 for Team Montgomery. That could be possible, or I'm just crazy. But they need to make the freeze here first for that to happen. And this freeze has to be at the exact right angle as well, but trying to make it curl here. It's looking very nice. So he does lock it on. Just need to curl a little more for him. Just looking at the angles here. Like, you just hit it on the nose. That's all you have to do. Both will spill, and you're sitting 3, and you're forcing to 1. Feel like Team Matsumara is just overcomplicating things just a little bit. But it's important to stick in the rings here after this shot. So it looks like where the broom is there. We're just going to throw some peel weight at this one. Now, in end number 5, it was a score for Team Brown. Not too sure what it is. Oh, as soon as they put the score up, I'll let you know. After Team Matsumara, they're last here in end number 4. And everything will go here. I don't think there's a double for 3. Definitely there for 2. But it's a really hard double. You're going to have to hit this one all the way across the face. Or you can try to hit hard into it. That will hit off there and roll over the yellow one. Or thin that Chris is pointing out here. Looks like they're going off. You hit it thin off to here. This one should avoid the yellow one there. It's on the 12 foot. But this is an all-in shot if they go for it. And they are. You know, it's like I don't think they like their chances, you know, taking one here, being down 4 without the hammer. So they're going for it here, and I think if they miss it, unfortunately, it could be game. Like, it's much easier to play a double for 2. At the 4th end of the final, down 5 points. It's a really gutsy call here by Chris. If you make it, he's going to look like a star. So hit this red one thin. Redirect into this red one here at the back. This one should spill over the yellow one, and it will be for 3. Maybe needs to hit an inch of this red one. It's very close. It's very hard to call these ones, because you're almost playing it to miss. That's how close it is. But a huge shot for 3 here for Chris Bear, Team Montgomery. Going all in here. On of his hand. It's going to be close. They're off it. Do they oversweep it? It's going to be close. Oh, they'll go right on by. Oh, they had it, and it'll be a steal of 2. And they will shake hands. So Team Matsumara will defend their title here at the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel and win. 8-1 will be the final score. And we will head to break, but we're not done here yet at Abbotsford, as we'll bring you the rest of the women's final over on sheet 5. So stay tuned. More curling action coming up right after this.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Jordan Kiss back here. Inside the Abbotsford Curling Club. On to the women's final now. It's a 5-2 lead for Corinne Brown as they play the 5th end. Team Brown throwing the red rocks. So we're on the last of the second stones. Oh, that's not the wrong way. A robotic camera here. There we go. That's a little better, isn't it? So it is Team Brown sitting. Looks like she's sitting 2 there. One's right behind Team Richards' own rock, top to 12. So Brett's gonna ask Stephanie here to maybe play a little tap. Looks like it's going to go right into the back one there, and it will. But they will split it, but it won't even sit in the just will sit in the rings. So it is still Team Brown sitting the 1. So Aaron Pincott now as we're on to 3rd rocks here in end number 5. They will hit the red one, but the yellow one will spill and will knock the yellow one out. So a lot of rocks moving on that one, but Team Brown is sitting 3 here without the hammer. They're all on the wings, so and this one's looks like behind the tee line here, so Team Richards can play the freeze on top. Blaine DeJager, the 3rd for Team Richards. Team Richards defeated Morgan Ebby in the semifinals. This is heavy. We're in ready to sweep it. And it will slide onto the back to 12 foot. So, Corinne's gonna ask Aaron here just to put it in the house in the middle. Ashley Klemchuk and Desiree Hawes, the front end here on this Brown team. And we'll get that to the 4 foot. Be a long hit and roll here for Team Richards. Now last of the 3rd stones here in end number 5. We'll hit. Now where will it roll? We'll hit the red one there. So now sitting shot stone there back the 8 foot. Again, still wide open for Corinne to hit. Then try to bring play back towards the middle. Corinne Brown will make her way down. runner-up in the Scotties last year, the BC Scotties to be exact. Finishing in second place to Sarah Work last year. She makes that hit. Corinne did win 2 events on the World Curling Tour last year over in Maple Ridge, the King Cash, and the Sunset Ranch at Kelowna Double Cash as well. And for Corinne, second in this event last year too. Losing to Sarah Wark. And what some would say that this Brown team is the future of women's curling in the province. Still very young, early 20s, all these girls. Corinne's a former BC Junior Women's Champion, along with Darren. Desiree's won 1 with her as well. So Brett Richards now will get set to throw her first rock here in end number 5. Just going to play the freeze to the red one. Sweeper's working hard on it. It's going to be close. This is looking really good, and it will be shot rock, looks like. Top of the forefoot. And there should be some room there, and for Corinne to remove it. I think it should be fine taking the red one out with it, as long as the yellow one goes. This team out of the Kamloops Curling Club, where the next event will be on the BC Men's and Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. This will be the last weekend in October. The 24th to the 27th, Kamloops Crown of Curling. And they will remove everything here. So Team Brown is sitting 2-3, looks like it here. In regards to Kamloops Crown of Curling, it still have to be confirmed if we be live streaming the games there. Hopefully we will be able to. It's an open draw for 1 here for Team Richards and 5. Just needs a piece of the 8-foot for the single. Sweeper's on it the whole way here. She did just throw it, so try to find the same weight. And a nice draw from Brett as that will come on the forefoot. It'll be squirrel 1 for Team Richards here in end number 5. It'll be Team Brown with the hammer up to in the women's final of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Jordan Kiss back here inside the Abbotsford Curling Club. Sixth end between Team Richards and Team Brown, women's final. Team Brown with the hammer here, and then number 6 up 2. Looking to put a stranglehold on this game. That's a high guard. They're going to go for the tick right away here. Ashley Klimchuk the lead. A little wide here, looking to make a curl. It's going to be close. And it'll just slide on by. Looks like she had the weight on that one. So it'll be another center guard here for Team Richards. Love to be able to force to the single point. The sweepers try to bring this one to center, create as much separation as they can. And we'll come to the center line here, and you're going to see Corinne ask for a come around draw here. If you miss the first stick, you don't really want to play the second. So play around here, top 4, then you can peel on your next one. This is the part of the BC Women's Curling Cheer presented by Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, where Curl BC members can use this corporate ID code of 015048220. Write that down, put it in your phone. 015048220. Use that and you can receive discounted rates up to 19% at Best Western hotels. You can do that online or by calling 1-800-WESTERN. Women's Tour are also presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Via Sport, and as well, and the government of BC, who support all events on the BC Curling Tours this year through Hosting BC. So I'd like to thank you to them for helping make this stream possible. Thank you for joining me, Jordan Kiss, here on this Thanksgiving Sunday. It's the women's final from Abbotsford. That rock will come to the tee line. Does appear to be wide open. And as expected, Corinne's going to ask Desiree here for the double peel. And they'll get to a perfect shot from Desiree. Clears up the front. And Team Richards going to play guard. They're going to just do a bite the center line here. And if you guard your own, Team Brown has theirs wide open to hit. And if you put it on the center line, straight dead on the center, split it, and Team Brown hits the open yellow one, maybe even peel. So try to block both shots here, at least the best you can with one rock. And just bite in center line on the right side. That'll be a really high center, but Corinne's going to ask Desiree to peel it off anyways. Keep things simple here and open for Team Brown. You might see a Team Richards play a hit on that right one later on and try to force Corinne to a single. Kind of the game plan from Team Richards here. Force a single here in 6, take 2 in 7. And you're down 1 without coming home in 8 as Desiree makes the peel. Now third stones here in the 6th end. Blaine DeJager. Come the rest on the left side of the center, so blocking the red one a little bit, the outside. But this yellow one, the button there is wide open, and Corinne's going to ask Aaron for a hit and roll. Corinne Brown and Aaron Pincott won a Canadian Junior Championship together in 2013 with Sydney Fraser and Samantha Fisher. This is getting close to that red one. Oh, get by and they'll hit nose and they'll roll out. A little too close for comfort there. But allows Team Richards here to hit and roll in. Is going to be the call here. Looks like there's enough room by that red one there at the top of the 8-foot to get by it and roll behind the center guards. It's going to be close here. Just hit on the nose. So good try there by Blaine. But kind of the same shot here for Team Brown. Just hit and roll away. Roll to the 12-foot. That's the last of the third rocks here in 6. Will hit, but they will roll out. The red one is buried, I do believe. Again, tough to tell from this angle of exactly how buried it is, but I think it's buried enough that Team Richard's going to have to play a run back at it if they want to remove it. But I think they're playing a come around draw. They're going to come around everything here, maybe to the back 4, back button. Try to bury. And I see Blaine put a broom there in the back 4. Just needs to touch the forefoot to be a shot rock. As we get set for skip stones here, it's the women's final of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel. Jordan Kiss with you. Team Matsumara defeated Team Montgomery in the final on the men's side, which was our feature matchup. Now we're moving over here to sheet 5. So as Brett gets set in the hack. Taking our time with this one. Now, Team Richards did play on this sheet in the quarterfinal early this morning. They defeated Team Daniels as Brett drew to the button for the win. So they're harder on it early for line. This looks like it's going to be over with the yellow guard, and it will be. So opportunity here for Team Brown to sit 2. So Corinne's going to ask top 4 here. She also said maybe top 8's not bad. Try to bury a little bit. I don't think you're going to be able to bury all of it. Probably see Brett Richards play a tap on her next one. So as Corinne Brown steps in the hack to throw her first rock here. It's way out there for line right now. Well, he looks pretty close. I think because it's wide, they're going to want to bring it back so Team Richards can't hit and roll behind. But it looks like it is wide open there on the left side. Maybe a piece of it's buried. If you're a left-hander, it would be wide open, but for righty, it might not be. So just a freeze here for Brett. And if he makes it, good opportunity to steal here. They'd be happy with the steal in 6. If you can bury it top 4, kind of top button 2, that would be great. Even better, but that's a more difficult shot. He'll take either or at this point. So freeze is the call. Key line's good spot as well. Tough to get out. Can't really draw, so you might see Corinne play a hit at it. Got room right now. Way it looks fine. All about line. And Brett with a nice draw there to the side of the button. Similar with the one she made to win in the quarterfinal this morning. And it looks to be completely buried. Maybe Corinne can hit enough of it to score 2. She does have the right side of the button to draw 2. The yellow one just looks like a quarter in the button. No run back as those guards are a little staggered. But she is going to try a shot for 2 here. Looks like there is enough room to get around those 2 yellow guards. Poke the yellow one through the hole for 2, maybe even 3 if you're lucky. Not much risk here for Team Brown. Worst case, you're giving up 1 and still have the hammer going to 7. So Corinne Brown in the hack now, delivering her last stone here in 6. Chance to break this one wide open. He's going to make it curl now. Desiree taking the rock, keeping it straight. It's going to be close. And they're going to be over the yellow guard. And it'll be a steal of 1 for Team Richards here in the 6th end. Team Brown will keep the hammer. They'll have a 1-point lead heading into 7 here in Abbotsford. 7th end coming up here in the women's final of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel. Coming up right after this.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Jordan Kiss back with you here inside the Abbotsford Curling Club. End number 7 between Team Richards and Team Brown. A steal of 1 for Richards in 6. They now trail by 1. Corinne Brown will have the hammer. It's the women's final of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel, part of the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. Team Brown here going to attempt the tick again. Ashley Klimchuk. They're on it right now. Actually, maybe play it the other way. They're going to come to the nose. They will play it the other way. They will roll for a corner guard. Something they could use on later on, Team Brown. So Good shot there from Ashley, but Brett's going to put another guard one. This one a little higher. Lead Rochelle now will throw one more guard here. Well, right here, I'd like to thank the Abbotsford Curling Club and Kent Bird for being great hosts this weekend. And all the volunteers as well that have helped out. It's been another great event here. Always enjoy coming. All these curling clubs meeting a bunch of people. Great support for curling here in this province. So the guard is thrown up there by Rochelle. So this yellow one open. Team Brown's going to play the hit. They will hit on the nose. Sitting one on the top of the 12 foot. Wouldn't expect Team Richards to make a play on it, but it is a threatening rock to them. Because if they draw around, Corinne could use that one to raise up. So you can try to hit roll behind the guard, or you can just, yeah, that's gonna be the call here. Just hit and roll the center, or you can draw around it. Because most likely Team Brandon will peel that guard up there. So they are going to play a second center guard here, just tight to the house. And this one's going to make its way in. And will hit the red one and roll into the open in the 8 foot. Corinne now gonna ask Desiree for the peel. Team Brandon will love to blank this end here in 7 and have the hammer coming home up 1. But it's important then for just to score as well. Blank or score. You don't want to give up a steal. Then Team Richards has the momentum coming into the last end. To do that, you might put a little extra pressure on yourself. So blank end is you know, best case right now for Corinne and her team. But they'd be happy with taking 1 here. Or 2. You know, the more points they can get, the better. But they're not going to go super all in to try to score multiple points here. Play it safe. Rock from Steph. Comes the rest just on the right side of center. The yellow one is still open. It looks like Corinne's debating whether to hit it. You could hit and roll behind your corner guard. Well, you do have it. So they are going to play the 1 in the house here. So they will get a slight roll behind, but still wide open. So a chance to play the hit and roll behind the center guard now for Team Richards as we're on to third stones here in end number 7. Playing to Jaeger now. It's looking pretty nice here, and a great roll, great line call by Brett. And perfectly buried behind the center, and Corinne right away is gonna walk up to it and ask Aaron for the peel. Peel will be made. And Brett's gonna ask Blaine to put another one in front of it. Deeper just cleaning this one over the hog line. Nice spot there by Team Richards. Great throw by Blaine, and probably see Corinne ask Aaron to peel this one once more. Although a yellow one in the house might be partially open, but safe call here. Just get rid of it. Peel is made. So I'd expect one more guard here from Team Richards. If they make it, Team Brown will peel, and safe to assume Richards will try to play a tap on their own. Maybe even hit the red one, maybe force to one. First stone for Brett Richards here in the 7th end. Just playing a guard once more. Sweeper's working hard on this one. Stephanie moving over, trying to make it curl. And then they will do so. Another perfect guard here by Team Richards. So you could peel right now for Team Brown. You could even advance your red one up and, force Brett to make a really difficult shot on her last one. Like if you can tap your red up and bury it, 4 foot, Brett's gonna have to make a nice draw. I like that call. They're going on with the safe play here and peeling the guard. then you'll have to see what Team Richards does. They could like to throw one more guard. You know, hit the red one or advance their own up. Maybe force Corinne to make a double. First rock for Corinne Brown here in number 7. We're on it right away. They'll peel it off. Yeah. Job well done by Team Brown. And Team Richards, it's decision time. I like going aggressive here and kind of advancing your own up. You can push it to back 4. I think you'll be sitting 2 after, and Corinne's going to have to make a long double for her deuce. You could guard it again, and that's probably the easiest way to force to 1. You could even hit that red one. There's nothing wrong with that. If you can hit and roll all the way kind of behind that red corner, that'd be ideal. You don't want to give a Corinne here a blank opportunity or a shot for 2. So they're discussing this. Yeah, nothing here is the wrong call. It's kind of like, what do you want Corinne to throw? Do you want her to throw a double? Do you want to have her throw a tap? I'd be tempted to force her to play the tap one because it's a little wider, though we haven't seen the beginning of this game here. I'd be tempted just to throw a guard on it, but again, Corinne only has to tap to the 8-foot here. So that yellow rock is biting the 12-foot. You can even try to split it off the yellow. But they're pointing to kind of the back 4-foot area. Like if you are going to tap it, that's where you're going to want the shooter. Back 4. Create some distance for a double. Because Corinne will have that shot. And they can take their time with this one here. Of course, no time clocks. No timeouts either. So it looks like they've made a decision here. Brett seems pretty content putting a rock kind of the back 4. And I believe the tap would be the call. And no matter what you play here, Corinne is going to have a shot. Now she's pointing over back 8-foot. You could go there. Now if your team Richards, you're trying to force Corinne Brown to a single point. Now they haven't even considered playing a hit on that red one. I think for them, I think it's too easy for them to leave a double and a blank. But we also want to make this shot as difficult as possible for Corinne. So I assume they're playing the tap on the round, right on the nose, tap it to the back of the forefoot. And then Corinne will have a double for 2. And Brett's got the hack here at the near end, kind of discussing things with the front end. Now she's going to head back down. She might have changed her mind here. It is the women's final of the Driving Force Abbotsford Cashspiel. Jordan Kiss with you. End number 7. Corinne Brown up 5-4 over Team Richards. Corinne Brown with the hammer, and Brett came up and gave a little less ice here. So maybe they're playing around the corner. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? So Brett now in the hack, getting ready. Taking her time getting set up. That's for just a hair less ice. That's the last rock for Team Richards. So I think they are playing the tap here. Way it looks like tap weight, just making it curl. It's hanging out there. Well, that's a great shot by Brett. It will tap it to the top of the forefoot, but will leave a double. A double for 2 and a chance to go up 3 heading into the 8th end. So Corinne Brown, last rock here in 7. Double for 2. Running it out of her hand. Now they're making it curl. Now for line. It's going to be close. And they will jam it. And it's going to be a steal 1 for Team Richards, and it's going to be a tie game coming home in 8. Team Brown will have the hammer. Last end of the women's final here in Abbotsford is coming up.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Back here inside the Abbotsford Curling Club. Last end here in the women's final of the Driving Force Cashspiel. My name is Jordan Kiss. Team Richards stealing 1 and 6 and 7 to tie it up here. Corinne Brown will have the hammer. And she's not going to play the tick this time. She's going to go right in. So right now, all the momentum is on Team Richard's side, stealing the last 2 ends to tie it up. Team Brown does have the hammer. The weight looks good, just trying to make a curl. It's going to looks like it's going to be about top 12, top 8, and it will bite the top of the 8-foot. Do a little more than bite. It's almost all the way in there. And it is behind the guard, and Team Richard's going to throw up another one. Of course, that rock top 8, still able to draw around it if you are Team Richards. This one's a little heavy here from Rochelle. And will sit shot rock top 8-foot, but wide open. You're going to see Corinne hit it. Just a nose hit. Could roll open here. If he knows it, you have, rock open that you could use to tap or run back. And Ashley will hit in and we'll get a slight roll over to the right. Brett's going to ask Steph now for another center guard. I think it's safe to say you're going to see Corinne walk up to the top one there and ask Desiree to peel it off. We'll come to the top of the 12-foot. And as predicted, Corinne is going to walk up and Desiree will peel it. Don't give myself too much credit for that prediction. It's kind of curling 101 over there. And she will do just that. Another peel made by Desiree Hawes. One more center guard here for Steph. This one's looking nice here. Maybe about halfway. So Steph Bear with 2 nice shots here in 8. And Desiree's gonna get another chance to peel it here. And you might see Team Richards throw one more center guard. Still a little early. They really got to go on this one. Looks like it's getting close to the nose. And maybe I'm a little overreacting there. So peel is made. No urgency really needed. Just the way from the Corinne sounded looked like it was getting close to the nose, but it's all good. And again, as predicted, another center guard being asked here for Blaine. Again, Curling 101, not giving myself too much credit for predicting the future. Randy Yeager now with another good guard. And Corinne's gonna walk up, ask Aaron to peel it off now. You might see Team Richards throw one more guard. One more max. Makes the peel. So, one more guard here. I assume this would be the last one. I wouldn't recommend throwing one more after this, but make the guard. Can I hope Aaron flashes or maybe jams the peel. This one's going to be a little higher than the other ones, but does the job. He's on the center line, is a guard. And one more time, Corinne is going to walk out. And the peel is made once more by Team Brown. Now for Team Richards. Now is where you... Maybe they are throwing one more guard. Maybe they... Well, they've made a quick decision here. So I think they're going to throw one more guard. If they do, I assume Corinne's going to go out to peel it. Would be tempted to draw in and really put the pressure on Brett. But we're on to skip rocks here in the 8th end as Brett talks things over with her front end. She delivers her first here in 8. Doesn't look like it's guard weight. Or it is guard weight. As mentioned, you know, it is very tempting here for Corinne to play the come around draw. If you can make it, great, but if you miss it, you kind of put yourself behind the 8 ball a little bit. But she is going to go for it. So come around here through the port, top of the 4, right on the center line. So Sands top 8 right now, top 8, top 4. Off it for line. Just needs to move a little bit. Looks a little heavy. Don't want to be back forward. Don't want to be back button either. And it's going to be back forward, just biting the button. And if Brett Richards can lock this on, it's going to be a tough shot for Corinne on her last win. So lock it on here for Team Richards. You're probably going to see Corinne slash in the one on the right there. Doesn't have to stick it because she's got that counter of the top 8 foot on the center line that could be the deciding point. It's the last rock for Brett Richards and her team in 8. Needs to be on the button to force Corinne to throw her last. It's the women's final here in Abbotsford. Sweepers like it. Plants a 6, that's about T-line. Alright, for line right now, it's going to be close. Get it by. Can I get that for weight? A great sweep and a great shot by Brett Richards right on the lid. Team Richards looking to steal their way to victory here. Great line call as well by Blaine DeJager. Great sweep by the front end, and Corinne needs to slash this red in for the win. It's the last shot of this game. Gotta hit that yellow one on the... Gotta hit that yellow one pretty thin. This is an extremely difficult shot, just the way that it's tough to tell from this camera view, but that yellow ruck is more on the right side of center line as Corinne delivers her final stone here. Slash in the red for the victory. That's close. They're on it at the end here. It's going to be clearly the wait too long. They'll get it, and she will. Corinne Brown with an amazing shot to win here in Abbotsford. And Team Brown's your 2019 Driving Force Cashspiel Women's Champions on a fantastic angle slash. Great line call by Aaron. And Corinne Brown, as mentioned, your 2019 champion, defeating Brett Richards 6-5. What a thrilling final that was. Thank you for joining me, Jordan Kiss, here this weekend in Abbotsford. We'll be back with more live streams next weekend in Vernon, and we'll be back to the juniors at the Rick Cotter Memorial Junior Spiel. Until then, have a great rest of your Thanksgiving. Have a great long weekend. And again, we'll talk to you very soon. Final here from Abbotsford, Team Brown 6, Team Richards 5. Good night.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.